Hey there, just Matt, hope you're well. Just wanted to shoot a little video. We just finished our cycle from TD back down to the hotel. Awesome day out. It's always a great trip, and actually we managed to bump into Chris Froome and Geraint on the way down today. So not that I actually spotted them, they were spotted by somebody else. So just wanted to shoot a little video because something that popped into my mind as I was cycling along. I don't know about you, but I get these thoughts when I'm cycling and when I'm running and all those kind of things. That kind of aerobic activity where your head, you just get so much space in your head and you think about stuff. I get so many ideas, and yeah. One of the things I thought about was, who am I? Who am I to do this? Who am I to do that? And it's something that I think is quite, when I see lots of people and the reason why they're not necessarily achieving what they want to achieve, one of the things I think is that they actually just doubt themselves. They doubt whether or not they're worthy of, they're good enough to. And if you step back from that, one of the things I think as well is that if you do that, you're actually potentially limiting those around you's opportunities as well. Because this place here in Tenerife, the reason I came here a year and a bit ago was because my coach decided that he was going to, and he wasn't my coach at that time, decided that he was going to hold a triathlon camp here, and it was the first time he'd ever done it. Now, if he'd have thought, well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, then, or who am I to run a triathlon camp, abroad? Then none of us would have experienced that, and such then would have been, I wouldn't have actually been able to experience that myself, but also my friends as well, who came along on this camp. This year, sorry. So not this particular camp that we're on now, but this triathlon camp that we did here in February, they wouldn't have seen it either, because I wouldn't have recommended to them to come because it was such a good place to come. And one of the things that obviously this time round is, I was on the way out here on Tuesday, and I thought to myself, well, I actually had this thought. I was like, who am I to be running this? Even though I've done them in Namibia, and I'm potentially I'm running another one in Namibia and got another one. We all have those sort of self-doubts. So I think, one of the messages that we all need to think about in terms of taking action is that kind of, who am I to? And stop having these negative thoughts like, who am I to lose weight? Those people trying to start losing weight, or who am I to take on this challenge? Who am I to start my own business? Who am I to to go and visit such a place? Who am I to set up an organisation that helps other people? So, or like a food company or something like that. Who do I think I am to do that? And I think that's where a lot of people get stopped, and that's where they almost become like a prisoner of their own thoughts, because they don't allow themselves the chance to have a go. So for me, starting up this, like today, like a few of my clients who I'm, one of the reasons I wanted to do this was because they've invested in me heavily over the years, and one of the things I wanted to do was to bring them out here and show them this place and give them the experience that I've had here, and hopefully pass that on to them, and then maybe even their families will come out here as well. So it has a much bigger ripple effect than you perhaps initially believe. So, if you're thinking about starting your fitness journey or a path in fitness, if you like, my message to you is that, when you have those thoughts and you start having that negative self-talk, like, oh, I'm surely not good enough to go cycling with them, or I'm surely not good enough to go and do a triathlon, or who am I to go to the gym? I've never done exercise before. What you're actually doing there is you're limiting the opportunities of those people around you. And one of the things is you can't enrich the lives of other people. You can't enrich the lives of other people by, yes, Di, I can turn the good point. I can turn it around. You can have a look at the sea out there. How's that? One of the things I think is that you can't enrich the lives of other people around you without actually. There's Ali riding her bike back to the bike shop. Right, Ali? Yep. We're live on Facebook. Yeah, one of the things I think you can't do, if you don't actually take those opportunities, then you're potentially limiting the opportunities of those people around you by, having those kind of negative sort of self-talk. So, if you think you've got something in your head, you want to have a go at it, obviously it's got to be a little bit calculated, but, just remember that if you're trying to help other people around you, you're not going to do that by not looking after yourself. So that's all I've got for today, just a real quick live video. Who am I? If you ever have any of those thoughts, have a think about the deeper and the further ripple effect that's going to have on the other people around you. Alrighty, right, well I'm off. See you later. Bye.